to stop submitting to this tyranny. It's time to realize that we're being enslaved.
Some of these same voices also do their best to gum up the works. They'll warn that tyranny is always lurking just around the corner.
Tyranny with a capital T.
You should reject these voices.
Everything that's been done with torture, rendition, the NDAA, the Patriot Acts 1 and 2, from day one was focused on the American people, period. That's it. It's always been about erasing the Bill of Rights and Constitution and rolling out NSA spying publicly, saying it's for Al-Qaeda, rolling out torture, saying it's for Al-Qaeda, but it's really for the general public, rolling out total control and the end of any underground free market systems in the name of fighting Al-Qaeda, but really shutting down any type of free commerce. This is all about converting us from a free society to a tyranny with a capital T.
The corporocratic Borg wants us all replaced. And by ordering that Big Mac and fries from a robot rather than a human being, we are guaranteeing that sooner than later the United States will be under complete multinational corporate control. Gone are the days of your teenage daughter earning extra money as a babysitter. That will be replaced by a machine. Cashiers will be replaced, bank tellers replaced, surgeons replaced, factory jobs replaced, taxi drivers replaced, pharmacists replaced, lawyers and paralegals replaced, even reporters replaced. And the list goes on and on. Eventually, the 90% of the human population the eugenicists want wiped off of the face of the earth will be contained under a neo-feudal corporate system until the day comes for the globalists to exterminate humanity on a level never before seen in human history.
And then I see all the Bill and Melinda Gates, Monsanto preparation, like chickens with their heads cut off the last 2 years on Ebola and Ebola vaccines that are really live virus, nanotech, super science stuff. From eugenicists that run Planned Parenthood and fund all the big gun control groups and openly say they want to break up the family, hardcore psychopath, exterminist, beyond anything you'll ever see in a movie or read in a book. They make Hitler look unsophisticated.
The warning signs are all around you. Cash is being phased out and digitized into a Borg system masquerading as convenience.
It's not gold. Gold is not a 6,000-year-old bubble. The petrodollar. Now, that's a bubble. That's a bubble that supports the entire American economy. When that bubble bursts, you're going to have massive economic consequences. And that's why they're training for martial law. So, you know, that would be a downside of abolishing currency because that would kind of upset people. Yeah, I think it would, because they would understand what's behind that. He says, currency use remains high among the poor and older people. So he suggests to keep low denomination cash in circulation, nothing higher than a $5 bill, he says. That might solve the problem. And so he goes through a whole bunch of different scenarios. He's got about 5 of them here, but he dismisses each of these things in turn, they say in the article. This is Zero Hedge. He says, in summary, we therefore conclude that the arguments against abolishing currency are rather weak.
And the new job numbers are dismal. MarketWatch reports the U.S. created just 38,000 new jobs in May, and hiring in the prior 2 months was weaker than originally reported, casting doubt on whether the Federal Reserve will raise interest rates later in June. The number of new jobs was the smallest the economy has created since the fall of 2010. And CNS reports when President Obama took office in January 2009, 80,529,000 Americans were not participating in the labor force. Since then, 14,179,000 Americans have left the workforce, some of them retiring and some just quitting because they can't find work. Corporate leeches are bringing down their host for a reason. Robots don't earn money, and robots don't pay taxes. What better way to bring in a new world order? By introducing a crippling welfare-based economy. So when buying that Happy Meal from your new robot friend and laughing at the poor schlub that lost their job to that robot, remember, that may be the last Happy Meal you ever eat, human. John Bound for INFOWARS.com.
EU proposes government ID to use the internet. Done, done, done. INFOWARS.com, PrisonPlanet.com. And here is the document. European Commission, COM 2016-288/2. Communication from the Commission. And by the way, the unelected Commission does the laws. The Parliament is ceremonial and advisory. Wow, this is a dictatorship. The Commission has spoken. A self-appointed commission that commands through the barrel of a 7.6239 round. And you ask, why are they doing it now? Because they're getting ready to implode the economy and launch big wars and try to start race wars and sectarian wars. I mean, they have got a blueprint. I mean, you can feel it in your gut. But I've gone from, in my spider sense, my sixth sense, my discernment, my spirit, from being, oh, get ready, God, to like now just feeling energized, because now I can tell it's on, folks. It's all, and any fears that I was ever misleading anybody and was ever exaggerating have just peeled back, and my confidence has spiked even more, because unfortunately I know we are in an epic battle, because when they shut down the free speech, they're coming for everything, and these people are bloodthirsty. Look what they do to Christians everywhere they're in control. Kit Daniels, INFOWARS.com report. I want to say good job getting this out there. I know this just came out like a day ago, but I mean, where is this? Well, I mean, I don't want to be the one ringing the alarm most of the time up front. That is not a good feeling, you know, to use a Vietnam analogy where they just say for, you know, year after year, you're going to walk in the front every day. I'm like, hey, how about somebody else? Oh, good, somebody else wants to be in the front today. It's not that I'm a coward. It just doesn't seem like good luck. Kit Daniels.
This is exactly it. This is neo-feudalism. This is a way to tax and control the internet. They don't want Matt Drudge with influence, you know, spreading the ideas of liberty on the internet. They don't want Alex.
Federal Elections Commission came out and said go after Drudge last week. See, they're all exactly.
They want to turn the internet back into what television was like in the 1960s, where they only had a handful of stations and they controlled everything.
And I've not even stated, so I'm mad at myself, kid. I haven't even stated how big this is, and I've always said this forever. When they come out with the internet ID, that's to restrict you, to rate you, to ban you, to track you, to tax you. This is the end of the internet as we know.
I mean, think about it this way. Facebook and Twitter is already 1/3 of the internet. Where's all the internet traffic's going? It's going straight to Facebook. That's just like a TV station in the 1960s that they control, where they can control the narrative. They can control what's spread. They use PC suppression to
exactly.
You know, to destroy any competition to the government.
They're carving up the web now. Go over your article. I mean, you've got the subsections. This is devastatingly evil.
Yeah. One thing I brought that really bothered me about this document is the fact that they're using, that says, the proliferation of online video sharing platforms, the content that is harmful to minors and of hate speech. Yeah, but like...
They're going to mix soft porn, but they're going to leave all the big Viacom and Sony women shaking their rear ends, you know, and bikinis. That's okay. But absolutely, they're going to mix political speech in with porn and ban us. They admit it.
Yeah, but like I said on Monday, the EU is the ones that are deciding what is hate speech. And to them, hate speech is just anything that...
An unelected group of admitted communists and socialists working for above-the-law megabanks.
Yeah, anything that runs contrary to their agenda is hate speech to them.
You're not allowed to criticize the migrants raping women or they come arrest you.
Yeah. Or even if you want to spread, say, Austrian economics online, that's hate speech to them.
Drudge is right. They first are putting us into internet ghettos, and then after you're in a ghetto and dehumanized and made poor, and everybody forgets about you and segregated, then you're moved to the electronic concentration camp. So now they're moving to the... I'm not kidding, folks. I mean, we're in a Mayday emergency situation.
Yeah, on Monday, I believe, when I saw this article on Drudge, when I woke up in the morning, this Bloomberg article... But what really bothered me about it was how bad they downplayed it.
Oh, they sell it like exactly. It's real. Oh, we're going to, you know, anything cultural, racial, or religious, we're sorry. You're just going to be banned. Sorry.
It's like, oh, yeah, well, we're going to just make more censorship. You know,
and the tech companies all just announced in the last 24 hours they're going to sign an agreement with the EU to let them direct. Oh, and Facebook already beta tested hiring former Stasi commanders. It's It's all seamless integration. They're merging the tech giants with the global government. The Asia-Pacific Union, through the TPP, merges the Atlantic Union, which is the NAU, North American Union, and the European Union. They are merging the 3 super states with the 10 sub-regions now, with 10 sub-regions per region directly out of Revelations.
Yeah, what's really bizarre to me is the one world government they're pushing is an electronic super state. I mean, think about it this way. You said this on the broadcast a couple of weeks ago about how Facebook is transforming our culture. You no longer see national identities or culture because everyone's going on Facebook. So now you have what they call a global culture.
Folks, I cannot put a bad enough face on this, but we need a bad face on it to wake up to it, to overthrow the facade in our own minds and realize we are being overtaken by a group of psychopaths that are building an artificial reality to insert us into it so that we're anesthetized and culturally numbed when we're put through the shredder. And it's going to be done incrementally. But the final group will be the elites not controlled by the globalists. And you will wish later you would have joined me in the fight against these people. You've got the know-how, the capacity. You know I'm telling the truth, but you don't have enough faith in humanity to make a stand.
Well, that's it for our show tonight. I'm Jakari Jackson from the InfoWars Command Center, and we'll see you again next week.
You talk about leveling with the American people. Have you always told the truth?
I've always tried to. You know, is she in it for us or is she in it for herself?
What difference at this point does it make?
Donald Trump has already sealed the deal for the Republican nomination. But will Bernie's wrecking crew be out in full force to tear the roof off when Clinton's camp steals California?
You know...
Oh, excuse me, I'm talking.
Let him run.
Join me and the rest of the InfoWars crew this Tuesday, June 7th at 7 p.m. We're going to be going live to document Hillary's last stand.
I don't feel no ways tired. I come too far.
So you ask my opinion, I will tell you my opinion. I'm not going to be channeling my husband.
Join us live this Super Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central for the InfoWars Nightly News.